thing. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. How we doing, crew? Everybody has a mic. All right. Amazing. We know it's bright and early, so thank you so much for being here today at the Sigma stage. All good with
Good morning. How are you, everyone?
Yes, we have a wonderful panel for you guys today in store with an amazingly talented group of people here to explain the impact of technology on esports and gaming. And let me tell you, this is going to be full of just amazing insights. And really, I mean, technology has fundamentally shifted the way we as a society value and view things. And in so many sectors, it's had such an impact across all of it. And I cannot wait to introduce this all-star panel to you. My name is Megan Nilsson. I go by Crypto Megan. I'm a high-end crypto and NFT portfolio and Web3 strategy consultant. And it's my pleasure today to be hosting this panel. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic to all of my brilliant panelists here to introduce themselves. And we'll continue with the show.
Thank you, Megan. Good morning. Hi, everyone. My name is Andreas Mathikolonis. I work at the family office investment firm, Quonota Investments. And basically, to keep it short, if you need any investments, if you have great ideas, great projects, please approach me, and then we can have a quick chat. Thank you very much.
Hi everyone and good morning. I hope you're awake. My name is Sabine Roiss and I'm Business Development Manager at Fun Token, which is the token for the gaming industry, and we also have a decentralized peer-to-peer sports betting platform, online casinos, and a non-custodial wallet. So it's perfect topic for us, for me, because we are exactly the bridge between blockchain and gaming. And we are planning to build a whole gaming and blockchain ecosystem, all connected with each other. So I'm happy to talk about my experience.
Hello everyone, so I'm Klaus, the founder and CEO of YaLLa Esports. We are a esports boutique marketing agency which helps basically brands to enter the space and really let's say get the full value of being part of the gaming ecosystem. Now on a personal level, I'm also very much into, being a gamer for 20 years and now also a bit of a techie. So super excited to see the past years how gaming and blockchain has kind of basically my two favorite hobbies just kind of merging together. And now we're in the middle of the chaos, so to say, there's still a lot of room to go. But looking forward for the panel and see how we can digest the topic.
Yep. Here we go.
One, two, three. Okay. Excellent. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet such wonderful people here in the morning today, and thank you so much for holding this panel as well. Big applause to the organizers. Such an amazing event and a lot of great projects, a lot of stuff to do, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it. My name is Khomenko and I'm the CEO of Sidus Heroes. We're a team of 200 people. We are professional game developers and we're building a publishing company with 40 plus games connected to each other via the same lore book, and building 2.5 Web2 ecosystem with a lot of lore inside and a very complicated ecosystem. But we are a big community spread it all over the world. We're an Australian-based company, have a huge office here in Dubai and Thailand as well. So more than happy to discuss some points of interest, and I can see a lot of great projects here. So we're definitely in the right place to talk about gaming. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for those introductions. I mean, it's very cool to hear that many of you have been in gaming for years and you're trying to get brands on board, and we're trying to see how this technology can affect or impact or take us to where we want to go. And you know, my sector is crypto and NFTs, so I have clearly seen how our thoughts of technology as a society have shifted over time, and in turn have enabled so many different things. I mean, technology in my sector has enabled accessibility. It's enabled, things to be more quality, more people to have access, VR, AR, just so many different ways in which this technology has touched these sectors, and especially blockchain as well, as far as security. Now, I'd like to hear from all of you how the technology has specifically affected your sector and what you're doing, and how you're using it or embracing it to be able to move forward and advance in your field.
Thank you, Megan. So my background is in finance, so we do invest in these amazing projects. But I can say how blockchain technology started to shift the whole gaming industry and this great esports society. It's amazing what's happening basically. If we take the basic functions, characteristics of blockchain technology, for example, the immutable ledger. While the game is developed and integrated with blockchain technology, it's possible to record the actions of the players in the blockchain, which means that will give transparency and fair game while tournaments take place, while the players are competing with each other and trying to win anything within the game. So this is very important because the way the whole gaming industry has been changing. Also, it's very important to touch base with the NFTs, the digital collectibles. We see many items within the games which are now tokenized essentially, and the players can trade them within the game with other players, and also it's possible to trade them outside the gaming, and this creates a secondary market where the players themselves can capitalize on their skills. They can make more money if they are competing for money, and at the same time though, the developers of the games can also capitalize on the skills of the players themselves. And this is new because at the past, usually we had the players purchasing the game and or spending much less capital within the game. Now it's a whole new universe. And of course, we can see decentralized games where the developers build games based on blockchain, and then you have the players, which is a new community now, following a specific game, let's say, and then they can shift and they can propose how the game will unfold in the future. They can propose functions and features to the developers to develop within the game. And then you have not just one-sided developers where they created one game once and then it's done until the next version of the game or a new game, but the game can naturally progress and develop further because the community is involved and they have followers through this specific game. I think that's enough. Thank you very much.
Well, that was really insightful, actually. There was a lot to unpack there. So the first thing was transparency, right? That's what blockchain can provide, this extra element to these games to make them transparent and fair. And, then you're talking about, you said something about they take advantage of the players' skills as well. I'm in Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is an NFT community, and they just launched their game, one of their games, and it is also skill-based. So it's constantly evolving, and now we're going to mint an NFT based on how well we did in the game. So there's so many new incentives through
Indeed,
NFTs,
yes.
Right? And what you said before, now your time is compensated. You don't have to play these games for hours and hours and hours, and at the end of the day, if you're done playing, then all that time has been wasted. Now you own these assets as NFTs that you can sell or trade or do whatever you want with them. So it's added a whole new layer to the gaming world. It's really revolutionized the gaming world, and I believe that that's what's going to incite mass adoption too. It'll come through gaming once the gamers get on board and they understand the power of this technology. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I can totally agree to what they say because NFTs, they give the player a sense of ownership. So they like not only play for their time, they can actually really earn money, and this generates a whole new revenue streams for gamers, for streamers, for also the game providers, because the player all the time interacts. From a perspective of our company, we also just launched in December a peer-to-peer decentralized sportsbook. So meaning the bettors, they can just place bets against each other, and it's all traced on the blockchain. We work on Polygon blockchain for fast and cheap transactions. So basically, they work as a bettor and as a layer. Then they can decide the terms of the bet themselves, the size, and of course, also the fees are much lower as there is no centralized like house that has to be working as a layer. So it's a whole new technology, and it is very much advancing. And also from the casino side, we only work with crypto. So we have a wallet, and then the player can just connect the wallet directly with the casino and place all the bets, and also in the casino gamble directly from the wallet with token. Also on the Polygon network. So it is a whole new world of gaming, and also betting, and also like gambling, because it's all traceable, which also reduces fraud because it's all tracked. So it is very much advancing, and it is expected to rise to like 67 billion worth by 2027. So there is we're still in early stage, very early stage, but the interest is there. And 2021 and 2022, beginning of 2022, we had a big hype in NFTs and blockchain games, and I would say now we're still building. All the companies that are for the long run, they're still building, and they will grow again. And I do see a very bright future for blockchain games and the whole ecosystem as a whole.
So I would actually jump on exactly what you said, Megan, about getting the gamers on board, right? So that's the key issue. We are here talking about blockchain and NFT and technology and this and that. We are not talking to gamers. If we go back and think, how did we digitalize music? If you remember Winamp, if you remember MP3 players and MP3s, we don't talk about MP3s anymore. We just talk about, like, we don't care if the music is an MP3 or whatever it is. We just want it streamed. It's digital music. We should stop talking about NFTs. Like, nobody cares MP3, NFT. You just care that your music is coming, or you just care that the game is good. Now, all the aspects of obviously, it's great to have ownership of your skins and so on and so forth, but to be very honest, that's not like the game needs to be good. And currently, there is two ways how you can do it. You can either build, let's say, games with a so-called Web 2.5 perspective, which means that the front end of the game is still, username, password, email, login. Forgot your password, you still get in. But then when we are ready, basically everything on the back end is happening on-chain, and then the publisher can, whenever they want, kind of take off the ribbon and be like, oh, by the way, all your assets are on-chain and blah, blah, blah. Then you can explain the wallet. The second part of it is also, when we talk about these NFTs all the time, you scare off the brands. So we at YaLLa Esports work in gaming with brands, and when I try to pitch them a campaign with NFT, many brands goes like, ooh, I don't want to touch this NFT, that's a bad thing. But when I start to talk to them about digital collectibles or a loyalty program, or, these kind, like, basically I can use NFT as technology, just like MP3, then I get them on board. So I think it's super important for us in the industry who are trying to make this happen, to, when we talk to gamers, let's talk their language. They don't want to hear the technology. Like, we don't care how the server works as long as the server is online and stuff like that, right?
Completely agree with you. I mean, I also work in the sector of trying to onboard new users, right? That's my focus. I want to onboard people, and the tech, the lingo, all the stuff, it drives people away. It makes them say, I don't want to know, I don't want to hear about it. If we simplify it and we just kind of integrate it with seamlessly without it and them having to know that they're even using the technology, I mean, that's where it's powerful, right? And so I would completely agree with you that we need to have that approach in order to get new users onboarded, and the gamers need to be on board, and they're going to be the next big wave.
And the games needs to be good.
Well, I guess there are quite a few points you guys made, and I just want to emphasize that actually some players do care about technologies, because when you talk about accessibility, and let's say, a guy living in Myanmar or Cambodia or Nigeria cannot play Unreal Engine 5 games on PlayStation 5. No way he would be able to play Hogwarts Legacy that requires me to have a PlayStation 5. And he earns around $5 a week. So the technology actually makes a huge difference for people living in the developed, we call it third world countries in a way, or developed countries. They only have mobile devices. An average device in these regions is an Android with 1 gig of RAM and 300 KB per second internet. So they can only play mobile games that are developed for people who are able to access these games on the Apple Store or Google Play, and that's where technology matters actually. But I agree. For players, it's more important than anything else to have a unique gameplay. Like, why PUBG and Fortnite became popular is because they were the first to combine shooter with the battle royale strategy, right? And that made a difference. I mean, if you just copy and paste existing gaming concepts, there is no way your project will succeed. No matter how bright and beautiful it is, how much money you're going to put into the marketing, people will come, they will see it's the same concept with the same gameplay, and they will just walk away to search for something new, right? There is no way a Counter-Strike player will come to your Unreal Engine shooter and will start playing this game because it's fun, right? Because it has the same concept, and just the difference is a play-to-earn mechanic. The old days are gone, the Axie Infinity days are gone, the play-to-earn is not working anymore, and we have to concentrate and emphasis on the actual accessibility and convenience for the player to come in, click, get into the game, free to play, no downloads, no NFTs. You get it for free and you test it. You like it, you get addicted, you stay. You become a loyal member of a community. And technology, besides positivity, also creates obstacles, because when technology is integrated, such as blockchain, it creates a liability to the company. The company must be transparent to the community. You have to communicate to your community, and you have to explain why 100 NFTs moving from one pool into the other, because the team wants to sell and capitalize on the NFTs they're selling from their treasury. Or why do they sell a huge amount of tokens moving from the treasury? So it is a responsibility for the team to explain these movements or to communicate, because most of the projects I see these days is they raise money, they go to the VC funds, they say beautiful things, they're sugarcoating a lot of stuff, they're raising $10 to $15 million, they build something on Unreal Engine 5 or Unity, and then they say it's going to make a revolution in the gaming industry. Well, what's the revolution is all about? Just because you've integrated blockchain doesn't make a difference to me as a player, right? So there are a lot of things that we have to consider. I mean, this space is very early stage. We still have to do a lot of things to beat those classical publishers like Activision, Blizzard, Electronic Arts, etc., right? So those guys are giants in the industry. And in order to launch one game, like, I'm just going to give you some statistics. Hogwarts Legacy, $150 million to develop such game. Assassin's Creed, one game, $200 million. Gation, action RPG, 6,000 people, $600 million to launch a single update of this game. Does any startup here has that much money to launch the quality of these games? No way. No way. Forget about it. You would not be able to compete these guys. The only chance for you to succeed with the technology is to actually innovate. do experiments. Yes, you're going to lose some opportunities maybe, and it's not going to be the best experience you're going to go for because you'll get a lot of feedback, a lot of bullshit from the community, but at least you'll build something new, and eventually people will like it, right? So that's why Blur smashed OpenSea. They've made an innovation. Simple. We're going to see what the OpenSea is going to do about it, but interesting times for sure.
Yeah, and Blur is definitely toward a different demographic. It's toward the traders also. So it also depends on your strategy and what you're looking to do. But yes, they innovated in their strategy. They did something new that not all the other NFT markets did. And I think you made a good point that we can't just focus on play to earn anymore, or just say, "Oh, slap blockchain technology on it. It's going to be amazing." I went through all the NFT wave. I was there from the very beginning, and I saw every single project fail. I saw everybody try to launch a token and put it into the game. It's not easy. I believe that this starts with community. I mean, I can see that from Bored Ape Yacht Club. If you're not going to be able to compete with these massive gaming brands, then you start with the community. You build something for them, you have a narrative, and then everything else comes with it, and it comes along as kind of like a side part that adds value, but it's not the focus of it. The focus isn't play to earn. The focus is to have fun with the community and build something sticky, right? And so I believe that that's what makes a successful game, and I do believe that iGaming is going to embrace these technologies more and more. Crypto is amazing for transparency, blockchain technology. You guys gave a lot of incredible points. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We could go on talking about this all day, I'm sure. But please, I would like to know where audience can get in touch with you or know more about your project. So if you guys would just let them know.
Of course. Well, I'll be around for the next 5-10 minutes. If you like, you can approach me. I believe the fellow panelists as well. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, me as well. I'm going to be around for today, so just hit me up. And I just want to have one last word. So the user experience is a huge problem in the whole crypto industry. Like, it is still very tacky and very complicated to buy tokens through decentralized exchanges, then connect the MetaMask wallet or any other wallet, then transfer assets, then you need another assets because it's like you need like then Ethereum, for example, because it's an ERC20 token for the gas fees, and so on and so forth. So the people really need to use crypto without knowing to use it, and that's what we have to aim for, and that's still a long way to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn, Klaus Kajetski. There I look like that. Or on Twitter, I look like an ape there, but it's still the same guy.
All right.
And I just want to make sure that I still care about my NVIDIA RTX. So when I say gamers don't care about technology, I didn't mean it like that hardcore that you went, okay?
No, all good, man. I was just making a comment. SidusHeroes.com, guys. You can contact me via LinkedIn as well. If you want to, I'll stay here for a couple of minutes. And we're hiring or constantly looking for talented people. If you are looking for a developing job or you're a great manager, definitely come back to me as well and have a chat to me because we're expanding business in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. My name is Crypto Megan. You can find me on social media under Crypto Megan. I would love to connect with all of you here. Thank you so much for a wonderful panel. Big round of applause for our panelists.
Absolutely. Thank you, Megan. And thank you to a feisty and fiery panel.